covering the Villages for you. This is VNN. Welcome to your Lifestyle News Show with Morgan King and meteorologist Ashley Baylor. VNN's Lifestyle News Show is presented in part by AmeriLife, together as one.
Welcome to VNN's Lifestyle Show. I'm Morgan King. Let's step outside and check in with meteorologist Ashley Baylor for our first look at weather.
All right, well, brace yourselves for another very toasty day here in the Villages. We are going to watch temperatures surge back into the mid-90s, right around 95 degrees to be specific. And once you factor in those dew points, that'll average in the mid-70s. It'll feel close to 107, if not even hotter. Could feel even as hot as 110 at times. So we are going to see heat advisories and even potentially extreme heat warnings lit up across central Florida, in fact, all of Florida, as we go into the upcoming weekend. Now, as far as the skies go, we are going to be tracking a mix of sun and clouds for your Thursday, and I do think Thursday afternoon holds a slightly better chance of seeing a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms. And at this point, with how hot it has been, I think we would welcome a few downpours to at least temporarily cool us off. Hey, a breeze would be nice, but winds will only be out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, as we look ahead, not much is going to change as far as the searing heat and humidity goes. It is going to stay piping hot all the way through the upcoming weekend, and spoiler alert, it's going to stay pretty steamy right into next week. So please continue to take care of yourselves and, of course, take care of your pets as well. We're also going to be watching for some slightly better chances of seeing some pop-up thunder showers, not only for Thursday afternoon, but going into Friday and possibly for the upcoming weekend. And again, I think for the most part, we would kind of welcome that. I mean, anything to really cool us off. And beyond Central Florida, we are keeping a very close eye on the tropics. Tropical storm Cristobal did form on Wednesday, and now we're watching the next system that is heading towards the Lesser Antilles. We'll break that down coming up in my full forecast.
Thanks, Ashley. It was another successful summer for Camp Villages. The younger generation of campers recently had the opportunity to learn about the life cycle of butterfly.
Look what happened while I was sleeping. I authored a book for children on the life cycle of the monarch butterfly. The book is called Look What Happened While I Was Sleeping. So that's what we did. We gathered together, and then we did some crafts. We had some temporary tattoos, and we colored. We had coloring pages. I think if children learn to love butterflies at a young age and learn about host plants like milkweed for the monarchs and nectar plants, which butterflies have to have, then they'll probably grow up loving butterflies and putting those plants in their garden. That's my hope, is that you make that connection with them at a young age. They take the book home and maybe they read it a few times the rest of the summer, and then it's part of what they know.
Those will turn into beautiful butterflies very soon. Well, Camp Villages summer program is wrapping up, but the Recreation Department hosts monthly activities throughout the year. Make sure you check it out at districtgov.org for more information.
Later in the show, sanding down the tables and letting the pucks fly. But first, let's check out the UV index for Thursday.
Well, make sure you're finding ways to stay cool with this very uncomfortable heat and humidity. I wish I had a cool down to talk about, but I don't. It is going to stay pretty hot in our 7-day forecast, which we will check out. But before we head to break, let's talk about your UV index. With this bright sunshine, we need to make sure we're protecting our skin. The UV index is going to be around a 10, which is very high. So if you are not wearing the proper sunscreen, it'll only take about 30 minutes before you start to get a really nasty sunburn. So make sure you're wearing at least SPF 30, if not SPF 50. And if you're going to be in and out of the pool to cool off, keep reapplying throughout the day. And that's also if you're sweating out on the pickleball court or the golf course. And on these hot and muggy days, let's make sure that we're taking breaks in the shade or air-conditioned areas. And of course, reduce your strenuous outdoor activity. Try and squeeze it in before 10 o'clock or wait until after 6 o'clock when it cools down.
The VNN UV Index, presented by Care Dermatology, with offices in the Villages and Fruitland Park. Call 352-218-3211 or visit caredermatology.com.
I'm Linda, here with your Recreation Roundup. The Colony Cottage Glass Fusion Club is hosting an all-about crafts fair on Saturday, August 15th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Colony Cottage Recreation Center. Stop by and check out all the handmade items, including fused glass, quilts, wood creations, handmade cards, pottery, painting, jewelry, and more. As a friendly reminder, please always carry your original Villages ID or a guest ID with a photo ID. Only original copies of ID cards are accepted at all recreation centers. All rules and regulations posted in the recreation facilities should be followed at all times.
Hey, Dorothy, does size matter?
What?
Well, size matters to me. Check out these Signias.
Sometimes size does matter, because when you're looking for something this small, you want the best. Meet the Signia Active Mini 7iX, one of the smallest prescriptive medical devices available, with fully featured Bluetooth connectivity and AI-powered technology. And right now, you can get a pair for just $1,945, exclusively at fixyourears.com. That's right, don't pay $6,000 or even $4,000 for the exact same hearing aids. Call now at 1-877-577-4327 or visit fixyourears.com for your 60-day money-back guarantee. Hear life clearly with Signia.
VNN and WVLG are hitting the road. Join me, Whit Watson, and VNN's Joel Peterson as we take you on the mission of meeting residents across the Villages, showcasing their groups and events. From sports, hobbies, dance, to arts, we cover it all. Find it here every Tuesday and Thursday.
So keep an eye out. We might find you on the go on VNN.
When you call Doc's Restorations, you're calling first-class service, using first-class products by first-class licensed professional contractors and installers. Want to remodel your kitchen, baths, or flooring? We do that. Do you have a honey-do list or want to add an addition onto your home? We do that too. Are you a disabled veteran and looking to make your home ADA-friendly? Doc's is a VA-approved builder. 5-year warranties are standard across the board, but our Bella Bath shower systems have a lifetime warranty. In 21 years of servicing the remodeling needs of our customers, we're continuously providing nothing but the utmost quality and care with your project. Our quality control manager will ensure your complete satisfaction. We invite you to come see for yourself. Come visit our showroom on 441 South, just north of Spanish Springs in Summerfield. Visit docsrestorations.com for more details. We look forward to helping you make your home look like a million. It's up to you what you tell your neighbors.
Innovative Concrete Coatings is the area's local premier concrete coating company. When it comes to concrete coatings, there is a difference. We are the only local authorized dealer of Pentec industrial coatings. Our polyurea is superior to epoxy products. We offer the most advanced concrete coating for residential and industrial applications, driveways, garages, shops, hangars, and so much more.
For a beautiful, long-lasting, slip-resistant concrete coatings, call Innovative Concrete Coatings today.
Here's your Villages forecast from the VNN Weather Team, presented by Sunshine Air Conditioning and Electrical. Here's meteorologist Ashley Baylor.
All right, so searing, sweltering, scorching, sizzling, blazing, toasty, roasty, pick your adjective. They are all going to work for the next several days. It is just going to be downright uncomfortably hot and humid here in the Villages. But, you know, at least we're in good company because it's not just us in the Villages. It's not just us in Central Florida. All of Florida is going to be dealing with this unbearable heat and humidity for the next several days. So let's break it down. Let's talk about your Thursday. Thursday, we are going to see temperatures top out in the mid-90s. The heat index will average around 107, although it could certainly feel as hot as 110 at times. time. So that's why I keep emphasizing, please take care of yourselves and let's take care of our pets as well. As we go into the afternoon, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds, and we may have a slightly better chance of seeing a couple pop-up showers and thunderstorms, which at this point we may welcome because we get a good downpour to temporarily cool the air. I think that would definitely be one for the wind column, but it's a wait and see situation. Now, as we go into Thursday night, we'll be under mainly clear skies. Temperatures are only going to drop back into the mid and upper 70s. So keep those fans and air conditioners on full blast. And trust me, they're going to be working overtime right into Friday. So Friday, we're looking at highs back in the mid 90s, that heat index averaging around 107. But as I mentioned, it may feel as hot as 110. And Friday afternoon, we also could see some isolated showers and thunderstorms. Again, some good downpours would certainly help cool things off because guess what? The wind's not doing anything for us. We can't even get a decent breeze. Winds on Friday will be light and variable. So yeah, can't seem to get any bit of help around here other than, again, the climate controlled environments. All right, let's break this down as we go into the weekend, the difference between the temperature and the heat index. So temperatures are actually going to go up a degree for Saturday and Sunday. Highs are going to be right around 96. The dew point will average around 75. So that is certainly going to put the heat index around 110 both days. So that means it may even feel as hot as 111, 112. So going into the weekend, it would not surprise me if we did see a couple of extreme heat warnings pop up somewhere across the Sunshine State. Now, let's take a break from talking about the heat and humidity and turn to the tropics, where in a really funny turn of events, the tropical wave that we have been watching coming off the coast of Africa, what we thought was going to turn into Cristobal, well, no, that in turn could be Dolly, because Tropical Storm Cristobal actually developed on Wednesday, and it was this little cluster of thunderstorms that we were watching moving over the open Atlantic, basically west of the Azores. It's not expected to last very long. Cristobal is probably not even going to make it through Thursday. So our attention certainly turns to what potentially could become Dolly. That is the system that is going to be moving towards the Lesser Antilles as we go towards the latter part of the weekend on into the weekend. Now, here's the thing. What could become Dolly is going to run into a lot of wind shear, which is going to hinder its development, and it's going to run into some Saharan dust. So between those two things, it's really going to struggle to become a tropical depression, then a tropical storm. And at least the majority of our computer models are really only holding it at a tropical storm at best. But you know what? It's always worth watching because we've seen some of these storms overcome wind shear before, but this time it also has the dust working against it. So even though it is going to be moving towards the Lesser Antilles, at this point, Florida doesn't look like it's in the zone. Doesn't look like Florida will be impacted by this one. So that's great news. Now, let's talk about your 7-day forecast. Let's put you back in Florida, where, as you can see, not much is going to change even once we get past the weekend. Temperatures are going to hold pretty strong in the mid-90s through the weekend, all the way into the first part of next week. That's going to put the heat index anywhere between 104 to as high as 110, although, as I said, over the weekend may even feel as hot as 112. So I wish I could talk about a cool down anytime soon. The only chance we really have for a cool down is seeing a slight breeze kick up from time to time, or getting a healthy downpour in the afternoon, which will temporarily cool the air, at least brings down temperatures. Unfortunately, as we know, that really doesn't do much for the humidity. So in the meantime, I'm going to say it. Let's just keep taking care of ourselves. And you know what? Maybe if you have some neighbors they haven't heard from in a little bit, go next door, make sure their fans and air conditioners are working. Let's make sure everybody is doing okay in this heat and humidity. I hope you're doing okay. I'll see you a little bit later.
Thanks for watching meteorologist Ashley Baylor, presented by Sunshine Air Conditioning and Electrical.
Coming up, the Leesburg Public Library is buzzing with excitement. But first, in order to keep the facilities of the villages well maintained, here are some temporary closures to consider as you plan your week.
VNN's Lifestyle News Show is presented in part by AmeriLife, together as one.
It's Renewal by Andersen's big end of summer sale. Buy 4 windows and doors and get the 5th free. Plus, special financing for 12 months. Lower your energy bills with Renewal by Andersen's energy-efficient replacement windows and doors. Built for Florida's climate. They're made with our exclusive Fibrex material, proven to withstand temperatures up to 150 degrees, even after 30 years in a home. Maximize your home's energy efficiency. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
You're always welcome at Cody's.
Follow me right this way.
It's where friends and family meet for fun times and great food.
We enjoy the 2-for-1 happy hour from 11 to 7.
We come here for the amazing nightly entertainment.
Great service and loads of smiles await you at Cody's Original Roadhouse in Brownwood and Lake Sumter Landing.
Now at Cartworld, Club Car's all-new 4-forward LSV. Fast, legal, and safe. Great for tailgating at the squares or just cruising with family and friends. Street legal with lithium power plus Apple CarPlay entertainment. Don't be fooled by imitators. Club Car, the industry's gold standard and proudly American-made since 1958. Visit our dealership for a test drive today. Cartworld, located on Highway 27-441, 1 block north of County Road 466 in Lady Lake. Family-owned, operated, and American-made. Proudly serving Central Florida for over 38 years.
You love the sunshine.
The sunshine. Sunshine. Sunshine.
It makes you happy.
So happy because I'm happy. Clap along.
You love great music. It makes you smile.
You make me smile. Make me smile. Just to see you smile.
Your Village's soundtrack, WVLG.
If you're into some friendly competition, then one sport you might find yourself competing in is table shuffleboard. These shufflers at Eisenhower Recreation will show us the game, and it's not only just fun to play, it also allows them to meet new friends.
It's great. We love it, especially during the summer. Indoor shuffleboard's really fantastic. It's air conditioned, and you get to meet a lot of nice people, and we all have a great time here. It's great to get to know people here in different villages, and then, knowing them, you meet other people. It's a great way to, intertwine with everybody.
It works well for us because it's open. You come when you can make it, you come. If you can't make it, no problem. We pair off, have a good time, penny a point, ain't no one keeping score. While you're up there, you hope to win, and then all of a sudden it's over and you move on and hope for a good game next time. Well, I think what's really good about the sport is almost everybody had played it, but it was like 30 or 40 years ago. You'd be surprised how you pick it up quick enough to maybe not be an expert, but at least have a real good time and be competent and competitive in playing. So you don't have to worry about people coming in and being so awful for a long time that they're not having fun or anything like that. Everybody just seems to kind of fit in a groove somewhere and join the group and have a good time and win a game once in a while.
The fun is just being together and having the camaraderie. It's not so much winning. There's so many clubs, there's things to do here. I just suggest people just get out and try it.
It's just so much fun to meet people from all over the place and make new friends and acquaintances. I've been doing it for 15 years and don't regret a minute of it.
If you're interested in playing, the Puckmasters meet at Eisenhower Recreation on Wednesdays, starting at 2 p.m. Coming up, one local library is all abuzz helping the environment.
VNN's Lifestyle News Show is presented in part by AmeriLife, together as one. Stay with us. More Villages Lifestyle News is coming up right after this on VNN.
I'm a dog lover. I'm a dog owner. A lot of villagers have pets, cats, dogs. You got to worry about going potty inside. You got to worry about those claws and paws. If you are a pet owner, what kinds of considerations do you need to make before you invest in flooring?
For example, some people love hardwood floors. Hardwood floors can be more scratch prone, so if you got a large dog with large toenails, that could scratch the flooring. Tile is pretty, superbious to anything. It's pretty hard to damage tile, maybe the grout a little bit. And then the carpet side of it, for years, the people would say you don't want carpet with pets. But nowadays, with some of the new pet Premier carpets and things like that, it's like one of the best surfaces to put in the flooring for pets.
When it comes to replacing and updating flooring, what do people need to think about? Is it just about taste? Maybe you think, my tastes have changed, I want to replace something because of decor. Or are there really time limits on how long things last?
Flooring is pretty strong now and stuff, and as long as you maintain it well, flooring can last a long time. We find more changes are preference. Like, for example, maybe they had tile, and now, you're getting a little older and stuff, and it's a little too hard on your feet. For somebody standing in the kitchen, cooking and things like that, staying on a hard floor can be tough for people on their legs and their feet. So, that's a big thing that we hear all the time. Slip resistance. You have to be careful. Some floors are slipperier than other floors. And that's something a lot of people don't think, but you need to take that into consideration, before you put in new flooring in your home.
Tom Urban is the general manager. Thanks a lot for joining us on Ask the Expert.
I'm meteorologist Ashley Baylor. Don't miss our two-part hurricane special, Into the Eye of the Storm, the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season. You'll hear from forecasters on why they expect a potentially less active season. We'll meet the fearless flight crews who fly into Mother Nature's most violent storms, and hear from local officials on how the Villages prepares for severe weather events. We'll also teach you how to be ready ahead of the storm and build your own hurricane kit. You can check out both shows right here on VNN at various times throughout this season. You can also watch anytime on thevillagesdailysun.com and on YouTube. Just search for Villages News Network.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. An air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. The cleaning improves your home's indoor air quality, keeps your home cleaner longer, and can even improve the efficiency of your HVAC system. We want you to have the cleanest and healthiest indoor air possible. So call for a free inspection today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Leesburg Public Library is all abuzz with bees. The Leesburg in Bloom initiative is a program started to enhance Leesburg's natural beauty and strengthen the community. As a part of that project, volunteers and staff recently installed a pollinator garden at the Leesburg Library. The 4 beehives will help the garden thrive and bring money back into the city. Once those bees start producing honey next spring, it'll all be so good. The Meacham Bee Company plans to help bottle it up and sell it with all the funds going back into the community. People can go out and support the library by visiting the garden and seeing the hives. After the break, meteorologist Ashley Baylor has your forecast for the music on the squares. But first, here's a look at some upcoming shows brought to you by the Villages Entertainment.
VNN's Lifestyle News Show is presented in part by AmeriLife, together as one.
Retirement should feel secure, not uncertain. If market swings have you feeling uneasy, you've probably heard about annuities. But what aren't they telling you? You deserve the full story. That's why we created a free guide that explains the good, the bad, and yes, even the fine print. Inside, you'll learn how annuities can create guaranteed lifetime income, what fees and surrender charges may apply, how the different types of annuities really work, and whether an annuity makes sense for you. No hype, no pressure, just clear, straightforward information so you can make a confident decision. We help pre-retirees and retirees right here in Florida focus on what matters most: reliable income. Because you worked hard for this phase of life, and retirement should be enjoyed, not stressed over. Get your free guide to annuities, the good, the bad, and the fine print. Call 866-554-9546 or go online to annuitygoodandbad.com. Because when it comes to your retirement, you deserve transparency and real peace of mind.
So where do we get all of this started, and how do you assist us in moving this right along quickly, hopefully?
Yeah, so the first step is really we offer a complimentary in-home consultation where one of our expert design consultants will come, they'll meet you in your home, they'll assess your current window situation, they'll work to understand your goals and your needs and wants with your replacement windows and doors, and then we'll provide that quote. But the great thing is it's no obligation. So we are there to help. We are there to consult and to provide you with options and help you find that dream replacement, windows and doors situation. But there's no obligation as well.
So once I think I need windows and doors, renewal is the place to go first.
Yes.
And last, and you do everything.
Everything in between. So you can call us, you can visit our website at bestwindowsflorida.com and fill out a form, and we try to make it as easy as possible on you.
I kind of feel like I'm stuck in a bit of a tricky place right now, because as much as we would like a downpour to cool us off, we don't want the downpours coming between 6 to 10 o'clock and interrupting entertainment in the square. So if we could just keep it dry for that 4-hour period, that would be fantastic. Let's give you a rundown of who's going to be taking the stage Thursday evening. If you're going to be heading up to Sawgrass, that's where you can see the Steve Hoagie Band. At Lake Sumter Landing, the Clark Barrios Band is going to be taking the stage, getting the crowd moving. If you're heading to Brownwood, that's where you can check out Southbound. And at Spanish Springs, it is going to be Billy Buchanan and his Rock and Soul Review. Live entertainment returns to Eastport Friday evening. Now, again, for the most part, we should stay dry if you're going to be out there, but I just can't rule out the chance of a passing thunder shower, especially for Thursday evening. But if we dodge the raindrops entirely, just make sure you get there early, get yourself a nice shady spot, and get yourself an ice cold drink, and not necessarily the spirited kind.
That's all we have for you today. Join us again tomorrow for another lifestyle show. Find us on YouTube by searching Villages News Network. Be sure to pick up a copy of today's Daily Sun. Keep listening to WVLG Radio, and always enjoy that active Villages lifestyle. See you.
VNN's Lifestyle News Show is presented in part by AmeriLife, together as one. For watching your VNN Lifestyle News Show.